Yay, it's that time of year again, everybody. Apple's releasing more stuff for us Apple sheep to buy. Goodbye, wallet. Now I'm hoping to see some new updated MacBook Pros. They could really use that new butterfly key.
Hey.
What? What, I have people I talk to off camera now? What's this?
Make sure you go into these things.
Why do I have to go into this? Everyone's been talking about it for the past 3 months. Everybody knows this.
Come on, just say it.
Fine, okay. I have to prove that I am aware of these things by apparently restating them, even though we all know it. Apple will release a new 4-inch iPhone, likely to be called an iPhone SE or 5 SE or 6 SE. That's a stupid name. The average phone users I know were already getting the iPhone 5C confused with the 5S. When you keep adding letters to things, people get mixed up easily. You're Apple, you simplify things. You don't need to be all complicated like Nexus 6P and 5X. That's all stupid. There, I said it.
No, talk about the iPad.
Fine. Apple will also release a smaller version of the iPad Pro. A what? Why are you all calling it a smaller iPad Pro? The iPad Pro was a big iPad. It's like saying a smaller, bigger iPad.
But it's got Apple Pencil support.
Yeah, but it's a 9.7-inch display, just like all the rest of the iPads.
It's also gonna have 4 speakers.
It'll be called the iPad Air 3, I guarantee you that.
Tell them about the specs.
Okay. It is likely that the iPhone SE and smaller version of iPad Pro Air 3 will feature Apple's latest A9 and A9X processor chips. Why wouldn't they? Why would they put in the A8? Guys, that's like 2 years old. Jeez, who cares about the processors anyway? You're iPhone users. You're not here for the specs. The cameras will be fine. We know all this. This isn't a flagship event. You guys are getting really excited over a phone that's aimed at people who don't need powerful or big phone. There, now I'm done.
Wait, one more thing.
One more thing, you know, Tim Cook over here. Okay, they might also release an updated version of the Apple Watch. Okay, listen, I'm calling it. I just think they're gonna flat out release the Apple Watch 2. It's gonna look exactly the same. They'll just have a little bit of specs inside and a better microphone. And everyone's gonna complain and complain, it's the same thing. But you know, when they made the iPad 2, everyone was expecting it to have a Retina display and it didn't. And I think here everyone expects an Apple Watch 2 to have a camera on it, which is dumb. It shouldn't. Watch one of my Apple Watch videos to know why. But it's also likely they'll do what they did in the last event and just have like a Hermes updated. There's a new style. Hardware didn't change, but you know, there's not much you can add to that thing, guys. It's pretty solid as it is. There. Now I'm done. I think everyone's kind of overhyping this new iPhone. A lot of people are assuming it's going to be a lot cheaper. A lot of people are assuming $99. However, Apple has always surprised us when it comes to overpricing things. So I've said this before, but I'm gonna guess $129 to $149. I think they're gonna knock it up a little bit. They tend to do that. And guys, this isn't a flagship phone. This isn't supposed to compete with the S7 or whatever. It's meant to serve the customers who want to keep having a 4-inch iPhone. They figure there's a market for that, so they're gonna treat them. That's it. Don't look at this as the next generation. It's practically taking a step backward. And the iPad Air 3 is basically an iPad Pro, but smaller. Half the size. That's it. It's not that complicated. It's literally just that. Apple Pencil support, yep. It could edit in 4K, yep. 4 speakers, yep. That's it. Now this actually makes me kind of sad because this event's happening in 3 weeks, and for the past 3 months we've been talking about everything they're gonna release. We know the names, we know the specs, we know how they'll look. That's kind of disappointing. I want them to surprise us. And I'm really hoping that they will pull out something in the end that we're not expecting. Apple's usually very aware of the leaks, so I think they want to please us, and they've got something. Like an updated MacBook Air, finally. It would have a Retina display, it could be thinner. Doesn't it seem stupid that the MacBook Air is heavier than the regular MacBook? Be cool if they fix that. Or what if they finally updated the designs to the MacBook Pros? Gave them some stylizing like they did with the space gray super thin one. You could get it in gold with those different color schemes. That would be cool. So Apple, please surprise us with something. And I'm likely to buy at least one thing they release at this event. Not the SE, not the Air 3. This is good. I don't need a smaller anything. 6 Plus, iPad Pro, 42mm Apple Watch. Let's serve all the cheap people and then get to something really expensive because that's what Apple does well. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.